What's up, gang? It's your boy Religion of God. You know what it is, man. Team Captain. Another episode of Crib Talk. As y'all can see, I had to stop looking so rough, man. I was looking rough for a couple days, you dig? But I got it manageable. Got to put up right now. We're gonna jump into some videos though. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, channel. Let's get into it.
Stop calling motherfuckers, man. Stop calling motherfuckers and see who call you. The only reason why y'all talk every day is because you keeping an open line of communication. Motherfuckers be trying to be friends with motherfuckers that ain't friends with them. Loyalty is a two-way street. You get what I'm saying? I can't be the only person loyal, checking on you, seeing how you doing, coming through for you, but you never call me. The only reason we talk is because I'm calling you. That's not no friendship. I'm saying I don't care how long we've been knowing each other, man. That's not no friendship I want to keep. You know what I'm saying? See, people like to hold you to where they knew you to be at one time. You know what I'm saying, man? Nah, man, I was a kid when I was doing all that. Man, I'm trying to elevate. And if you're not trying to elevate with me, then what we doing? You get what I'm saying? What we doing? But the majority of the time, man, people be putting high expectations on other people that other people don't even know that you have these high expectations for. You know what I'm saying? For them. Basically, what I'm saying to you is, bro, stop calling everybody.
I've been saying this for a while, man. They really don't love you. They just love the good times. You dig? And a lot of times when you elevate and you get older and you making different moves in your life, sometimes people still got the same mentality of what we did 10 years ago, and I'm on a whole different level now. But you can't see that, and you waste your time reaching out to everybody. You notice that you don't get the same energy back. You know, the best thing you can do is just focus on yourself, and move on. And if they don't reach out, then drop them like a bad habit. You dig? They don't deserve to be in your life, and they don't deserve to be a part of your journey.
Got me and I was worth a game real quick, right? If you see somebody out here working, you see somebody out here putting that grind in, you see somebody out here that just need a little push, and you got a plug, you got to connect, you can make a phone call, make the phone call for them. The problem with black people is we want to hold the connects. We see a nigga doing something, we don't want to plug a motherfucker. We don't want to give a motherfucker a connect. We don't want to give a motherfucker access to our resources. We want to hold on to them. Oh no, I can't let nobody. Like, no, that's not real life. You see somebody doing something, you see somebody on the come up, you can help they process, then help them. Give them the plug. Give them the connect. Like, goddamn. Like, niggas don't never like helping niggas, man. God damn. Get a man a plug, give him the connect, help him upgrade his life. Shit. Right?
You see this probably more so in my community, in my city, definitely with the inner city, and speaking in the black culture more, because they got the mentality of, I gotta be over top of you. You know what I mean? I gotta show, I gotta flash, and I gotta show that I got more than you, that I'm better than you, that you can't do this and all that. But sometimes you see people putting in the work and they grinding and they doing everything they can, and sometimes they just need a hand up, not a hand out. And in our community, sad to say, that's real. Shout out to my brother Gilly. But that's real talk and that's real life. They don't ever want to give you a hand up. They always come at it like, oh man, nah, I can't. You got to find your own way, and you got to do your own thing and do your own research and stuff. If you got the connection, you got the plugs. It's like I do music, and I'm well connected in the city when it comes to a lot of promoters, a lot of artists, a lot of media outlets and such, because I've been out there for a long time and I've connected with all these different individuals. So I have those type of pulls. But anytime anybody came to me for information, or they needed some type of advice, or they needed some help when it came to how to do something, or maybe you need to connect to a videographer, maybe you need to connect to an event, I always was willing to share the information. I always was willing to share your product, put the word out there. You can ask anybody that ever known me. I never been a selfish, oh, all for me. You know what I mean? So I agree with Gilly on that in a lot of aspects. They don't never want to see you eat, because they afraid that when you start eating, that they ain't gonna be eating no more. It's a competition thing. Philly is a state filled up with the ego. Sad to say, but that's what uh, really kills the culture. The pride gets in the way, and you don't want to level somebody else up because you feel like they're gonna block your light.
Don't confuse movement with progress because you can run in place and not get anything done. So are you moving forward, and who you taking with you, and how you made things better by the God-given talent that you all have in whatever area it may be, to write it, to direct it, to produce it, to cut it, to shoot it. You have a gift. It's called a gift. You didn't earn it. You were born with a gift. Now you hone that gift. You develop that gift. You do everything you need to do to protect it, and then you share it.
I always say it's in you, it ain't on you. A lot of people born with a lot of talents, a lot of gifts, natural gifts, birthright gifts, something that you shine in this area and other people don't shine like you do in this aspect of life. And all you need is that one little push to really make something beautiful. So I feel like after you realize what you shine at and what your gift comes naturally is, then you put the work in and hone in on your skills to really bring light to your situation. And then the world to see it. Ain't nobody else gotta believe in you. Ain't nobody else gotta tell you to do it. Ain't nobody else gonna see it. But if you can see it, if you got it, then you got it. Cause what's designed for you is designed for you, and what's in you is in you. Don't worry about everybody else. That's the problem with people. We so focused on how I look doing this, how I look doing this. Is these people going to love me over here? Is they going to love me over here? And if I make a mistake, dang, is they going to still see me the same way? When you working on a certain goal and you got a gift and something that you got that you can give the world, don't let nothing stop you and knock you off your path, regardless if they can see it or not. That's how you become something truly special, and that's how you leave your mark on this world.
Ever get down where it was like, man, this ain't
Definitely.
gonna work,
All
or
the time. That's why I call my thing the marathon, because I'm not gonna lie and portray this ultimate poise like I've been had it figured out. Nah, I just didn't quit. That's the only distinguishing quality from me and probably whoever else going through this or went through this or is gonna go through this, is that I ain't quit. I went through every emotion. I went through every emotion with trying to pursue what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I think that what gonna separate whoever's gonna try to go for something is that you ain't gonna quit. Unless you're gonna really take the stance if I'm gonna die behind what I'm getting at right now.
Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, man. Well respected brother. You feel me? And you gotta have that hunger. You gotta have that fire, that burning fire to not quit. You gonna have them days where it's just like, dang, I don't know if I can do this no more. I don't know if I believe in it like I used to. But if you stay on it and you stay fighting and you stay enduring, you keep your flame lit, then it's going to turn into a bigger flame. It's going to turn into something that everybody can see. But you got to have that fighting spirit. You can't quit. You're going to go through all the emotions. You're going to go through all the pain. You're going to go through when people don't believe in you. Nobody else ain't going to be able to see what you fighting for but you. But you got to be resilient. You got to have an undying faith to keep going and see it when nobody else sees it. So I just put that on there because I feel like a lot of people, they quit too early before they can ever get they ever can get the trophy, because people don't see it in you right away. They make themselves feel like, dang, well, I can't do this no more, and it hurts so much when you got people who don't believe in your goals and your dreams, but they don't have to see it. Long as you see it, long as you believe in it, then you can achieve it. But it's gonna be a fight, so you gotta be willing to get in the ring. You gotta be willing to, you know what I mean, take some licks. But when you fall down, you keep getting back up. You keep trying. Because life is a marathon. It's a journey. So keep going.
That's what I was able to be my best, to cut people off that's not helping me get to where I'm going, that or even being a distraction of just negative people around. You need to cut them off. I don't care if you kin to them or whatever. If they not on the same page with you, like I don't want people just running with me no more. I want people pushing me. You got to cut.
Let me say this. Negative people, negative mindsets. Like you see, I'm doing this podcast. It's gonna be somebody who tell me, "Oh man, you don't need to be doing that." You know what I mean? You ain't got this. You ain't got that. You look at you how you doing it. But this is me. I don't focus on negativity and negative people. I always am the overseer of my emotion and my content on how I feel throughout the day. I let none of that affect me. I keep them people at a distance because I know every time you open your mouth, you're going to be saying something of how things aren't suitable because they don't suit you in your eyes. But I'm not doing this for you, baby boy. You feel me? I'm doing this because this is what makes me feel good. This is what makes me feel positive. This is something that I can give back in any way I can back, my contribution to what I feel that I need to do. It ain't gotta be for you. It ain't gotta be for you to see it. But I don't want to always hear with the negative comments of what you got to say either. Unless it's talking about uplifting us or pointing us in the right direction. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, sometimes the best answer is no answer. And when you start to be around negative people, they become more like a cancer. They cloud in your judgment. All of a sudden, you notice that you start to change who you are. You start to change your content. Then next thing you might stop altogether because you done got so much negative feedback. Now you thinking to yourself, and it diminishes your confidence, and it diminishes who you think you are as a person because you done let all this negative energy into your life, into your spectrum. And a lot of people don't even deserve your energy. So if you feeling that, don't entertain it. Because just like branches on a tree, when the seasons change, some will stay and some will fall off. And the ones that fall off, they were meant to leave. So keep that in mind.
Just a glimpse of walking through Kensington, where you never know who's alive or who's not.
First off, man, shout out to my city. It's a beautiful city. Regardless of the ugly parts that you see in it, it is still some beautiful things that you will see in the city. But for the most part, and a lot of other places, it is a very sad and stricken and hopeless place because you got people who give up on themselves long time ago. And I used to live around there a long time ago when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, when I was running around getting into all type of stuff. I used to live right on them same blocks. I used to walk around them same neighborhoods. Used to go to the same breakfast stores, Used to take the train from there to go down to school in Southwest. And I put that in my song too, also talking about, K&A, Kensington Allegheny. But when you go around there, pray for them. Don't look at them as if, oh, they dirty, they bums, they washed up. We are suffering. It's a chronic illness when it comes to the mentality. People are suffering. They feel like they can't do it. They suffering hopelessness. They feel like they can't turn no other place but to drugs. And the stuff that they put in the when the fentanyl came in, you got the horse tranquilizer, you got people mixing it, spiking it, and it's destroying their bodies from the inside out. They got flesh eating wounds that never will heal right. They losing limbs because maybe they had something that was laced, or maybe they took a hit or something and got hooked on something, and now their body needs that to survive. And me knowing that because I had to deal with watching drug addiction ruin my family. So I never look at those people as, oh, they're, disgusting. How dare they just be taking, man, we need help. We don't have enough people who's talking about this. They want to go down there and make documentaries. They want to go down there and go viral and put YouTube videos out about these people in the city. And I know it's a hard thing to do. Homelessness is at an all-time high. Drugs are at an all-time high. Crime is at an all-time high. They don't know where to turn. They have nowhere to turn. So they feel like, oh, I might as well just go ahead and kill myself off of these drugs and OD off of these drugs because it ain't gonna get no better from here. So they give up. And that's what I was just talking about in the last video. You gotta keep fighting. I know it's gonna be hard, but every day you gotta remove yourself from them people, remove yourself from them surroundings. Go outside your environment, see something new, see something different. It don't matter if anybody else can see it. If you want to really change and you want to save your life, because when I see that, it's sad. It's really sad to see how our people are destroying themselves. And I used to be in them same neighborhoods every day. Come from the same city. I come from them same streets. I didn't let it get me because I have a strong will and a strong mindset. And plus, I seen what it does to other people that I loved and care about. So I chose not to fall in line with the same old stereotypos and the same old traditions and the same old routine that other people has fallen victim to. And sometimes they don't have anybody else to speak that positivity in their ear. So they feel like, dang, I'm just going to fall in line. We pray for them people. If you see somebody walking around like that, man, pray for them. Pray for their health. Pray for their sanity. Pray for them to get off of whatever is holding them. Pray for that demon to get off of their back. Because that demon is strong and very powerful. I might only been addicted to weed and stuff like that at one point in time. Even one point in time I was addicted to cigarettes. I was smoking pack for pack a day. I prayed them demons off of me. And it wasn't easy, no. But when you got strong willpower, you could make anything get up off you. Don't make that an excuse to live your life like that for the rest of your life. You could change anything if you want it bad enough. You got us laying all out all over the floor, all over the roads, all over spit and bacteria and all type of stuff, and just getting even more diseases and even, more bacteria and infections and stuff going through your body because you really gave up on yourself. Kids out here shooting up buses and all type of crazy, except the buses where people go to work at. These is kids killing kids and dying because they feel like it ain't no hope, it ain't no reason to be alive. And if they don't have something, they looking at it like, why should you have it? They mad at the world for the world not bending to them and giving them what they feel like they deserve, because they don't have strong individuals around them that is coaching them. They don't have strong mentors around them that is coaching them. They don't have strong leaders around them that is coaching them. They come out to their environment and this is what they see. Needles all over the place, people laid out all over the floor, homelessness, daddy ain't in the house, mama all over the place. So they got to get it however they can get it. And they're lost, depressed, and they following after one another because they want to fit in. Ain't nobody pulling, Mike out the hood like, hey man, look, you could do something. You got talent, you got gifts. You don't have to do what they do. Ain't nobody talking to them. Ain't nobody pulling him out. And the ones that do get saved is because they have strong foundations at home. They got somebody who really care about them, who really got their foot on their neck to the point where they, hey man, look, you ain't going out there with the rest of them. You're gonna stay and focus on these books, and then after that, you're gonna be in your after you're gonna be in your little program or whatever activity that you do. We're gonna build up on that. Instead of having you out there playing with guns, you 11, 12 years old, you thinking it's cool, smoke weed and out here doing that, you will be one of the same people that you seen on that video that gave up on themselves. You gotta fight, young bro. That's the same thing I'm teaching my son. Ain't nothing in life that's worth it come easy. It's a hard journey and a hard fight, and these days it's harder because they getting more of a technology base and it's more of a softer life, so people feel like they don't have to apply pressure. But that means that you have to apply twice as much pressure to be somebody these days, because everybody being the same. Pray for Philly, man.
Said that you won't fly commercial. You said that it's like getting into a tube with a bunch of demons. Why do you think that?
No, listen to me this thing. Not the people. The main reason is because of the need of Inside Edition. You got to get this now. Hey, you listen to me? My wife thinks Inside Edition is, oh yeah.
Kenneth Copeland, I never really, first of all, he creeps me out. I'm not even gonna lie, as a pastor, a preacher, whatever he is, he creeps me out. I never really was in tune to his church broadcast, but he talks weird. And then you notice when he was talking to the woman when he was outside, my man got gray eyes, light gray eyes, and you seen him how his eyes got all bugged out and everything. But then when you look at him when he's in the church, really pay attention. Tell me how it looked like his eyes was straight blackened out. Then he was laughing, it looked like you could see nothing but a black pit in the abyss inside it. Like, really pay attention when you look at that video. You see nothing but black demonic eyes. You don't see the same eyes you seen when he was outside. He was talking to the lady, and they got the lights on and everything. So it's not like it's a dark scenery to where it darkens out your eyes. You can see my eyes and my white pupils. You see nothing but straight black in that video. That right there, it's, you just be careful, because it's demons, and they could be closer than you think. They could be your next door neighbor, and you never know. We living with them all the time. But I think something up with Buddy.
It's awesome.
air breathe, man. It's end of the night. But that video cracked me up, man. You see how Shorty was walking around? It looked like she had a BBL or whatever. That made me laugh because it made me think about, all these shorties who getting these BBLs and all that. What if one day while they walk around, just poof, poof, they just start popping and all that. Take a penny, you can just pop them John. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a sad day. And I heard, I heard that the procedure hurt anyway when they get them, and most of the females, some of them be dying under the knife. It ain't the safe procedure in the first place, but the first BBL, the pop, and the woman, that joint down all the way down her leg, and she walking around with one cheek. It's gonna be a sad day for y'all, man. I'm just saying. But I thought that was funny, man. Just, man, be careful what you wish for. You feel me?
There's human beings that have different temperament and different minds and different mentality and a ruthless competitive drive that's almost terrifying to the ordinary person. That guy, if we were living 1,000 years ago, he would be on a horse with the biggest battle axe, waiting in the back, hacking heads off, and everybody would be running. And those people have always existed. These dominators have always existed.
Finally, we had the last one, and this goes out to all the real soldiers. And y'all know who I'm talking about, man. From the heart, man. We appreciate y'all. I don't want to be that 100. I don't want to be the 80. I don't even want to be the 9. I'm working on being the 1. You know what I mean? I'm a Spartan at heart. And it's going to take real soldiers to come back. Okay, she over there geeking. But it's going to take real soldiers to come back. And we got to go ahead and hold this down. Not everybody built the same. Some people talk that until it's time to do what real soldiers got to do. And you're going to see people, they're going to go all the way, they're going to go kind of with you. Some of them going to act like they're going to go all the way with you, but they're not going to go all the way in. I'm one of them ones, like, if I'm going all the way in, I'm going all the way in. That's why I don't engage in no foolery and do no activities that I know is not beneficial to my life, because I'm one of the ones that I'm willing to go all the way there with you. And I know most of y'all act like that and then leave me out there in the cold, because you ain't built the same. You're not willing to go through the fire and the flames and all that extra stuff. But I am. So that's why you got to be careful about the energy that you giving certain people, because a lot of people don't deserve you. They don't deserve your energy. Because I know they're not real soldiers. They're not going to go all the way through. You're not going to put the hard work in like I am. You're not going to have them days when you feel like, dang, I want to give up, but I'm going to keep going anyway. To be me, it looks easy, but it's not easy. It's hard work. On the outside, you like, yeah, I could do this, I could do that, I'm this, I'm that. But you ain't. Because talking it and walking it is two different things. But I'm a firm believer in that. You could tell me, yeah, I could fight all day, but if I knock your ass out in 3.5 seconds, I don't believe you. So we got to be real with our intentions. We got to be real within ourselves. And everybody, you could work on that. You feel me? You could work on becoming better and becoming more, you know what I mean? But it's certain, some of us is built like that, just built as a gladiator. We just built to go all the way in. And that don't mean that, oh yeah, I'm ready to go out here and shoot stuff up and all that. That's not what I'm talking about. That's the wrong mentality. That's what a lot of y'all got it twisted at. There's a time and a place for everything. We talking about really holding shit down when it counts. I always been one of them ones. You can ask anybody ever known me. Like, yo, Var, he really hold it down. I always was there for you. If it was something popping off, I was the first one on call. The first one that hopped in the whip and jumped in the car and drove to see what the situation was. But as you get older, you got to separate that. You can't be there for everybody because they don't reciprocate. It ain't the same. Everybody not a Spartan. Everybody not went to gladiator school. Everybody not gonna hold it down like that. And they'll use you for your energy and have you get into a situation just so they can get out scot-free. So you gotta be careful of the cowards. But that's it for this episode of Crib Talk. You know what I mean? Hopefully y'all learned a little something. I spoke a little longer than I wanted to. The video was really supposed to be shorter than it was, but that's how it is when I get into my Zen meditation bag on y'all ass. You feel me? I be in my grooves. But love y'all, peace, love, happiness, positivity. If you ain't told nobody you love them today, make sure you go ahead and tell 3 people you love them. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. As always, we be back with more episodes of Crib Talk. Team Captain, you know.